Duke Energy Convention Center, downtown Cincinnati, on Saturday night. All day Saturday, people were, I think it was 7,000 or 8,000 people were sitting at the Duke Energy Convention Center after many of them had gone out and gone door to door, put yard signs up, tried to get the vote out. Then they came with FreedomWorks, and they had a tutorial on how to take action and how to get the vote out. And then about 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they started really kind of a rally that ended about 7 or so. I took the stage about 6:15, and it was incredible. It was incredible. About 20,000 people were watching online just through FreedomWorks. We had a packed house to where the fire marshal said, no more, can't bring any more people in. And it was electric. And it was all really about this election. And what people are excited to go vote. They really are. I don't know about anybody else, but I can't wait to vote. I can't wait to get this behind us. I want the next chapter of America to begin. I am so ready to stop this infighting. Just let's go on. Let's start to create. Let's get this behind us. We have so many issues that we have to deal with, and the American people need to go back to work. You know, I feel like President Clinton, except I mean it. He was lying. I mean it. I don't hate the President of the United States. I just have to get back to the work of the American people. And that's what we all have to do. Just go get back to work, because we know how to fix it. We just need government out of our way, and we need to stop worrying and spending so much time trying to figure it out has been work enough. What an uphill battle. Look what you've accomplished. Look who you are now. It's good stuff. Saturday, I took the stage and I introduced a new action center that we paired with FreedomWorks, and I want to take you through it real quick. If you go to TheBlaze, you'll see a little red button, and it just says "Take Action." But that's not the only place. You'll see also during the stories, in some of the stories, and it will be more and more as time goes on. Some of the stories it will say, "Want to take action?" You click that, and that will take you to the FreedomWorks Action Center. But there's two parts. One, we're not partisan. It is a news site. So if you want to take action, I want you to know you're going to be sent to FreedomWorks, but eventually there will be charities involved. So in other words, if there is a hurricane, it will immediately say at the bottom of the story, you want to take action, you want to help, and it will put you in touch with the local agencies. It'll show you how you can get involved. Enough of this reading news and watching the news and then not knowing what to do about it. My job is to not only inform you, but also to help you do something. That's why people are tuning out of the news, because they get so frustrated and then there's nothing they can do about it and they turn it off. That's the death of us. I read a story. There's two comments. One's from Holly Briskin from Ohio. She says, the whole purpose of being an informed member of society is to do something with the information to make the world a better place. Just having the information isn't enough to make the world a better place. So he's making that link easier for every consumer of information to make a difference. Bob Denzik of Ohio said, whoever thought of that, taking a news site and saying, here's how you can do something about what you read. That's groundbreaking. This is about changing how America works. And it's not something that Beck dreamt up. He's changing it back to what our founding fathers described. So if you go to the website and you click up at the top, it'll say take action. Right now, it's a little sparse because we just started it, and there's going to be more things to do as we go. But there is some really important things. One, if you put in your zip code, it will show you everybody that represents you around and all of their numbers and their email addresses and everything else. So if you just want to say, you know what, I'm really sick of this. I want to call my congressman, or I want to call my state rep, or I want to call whoever. You put your email address in, or your zip code, and it will give you all of the information, show you the numbers and who they are and who you have to call. The next thing is underneath that is a big red bar that says, I think it's find the information. Can you pull that up again? I think it says find the information. And this is something that we've never talked about. It is data and research. This is an amazing tool that we just put in. If you want to say, I want to know the salary, I want to know the average salary against the average federal worker's salary. What does that look like? You can find it. Any of the government stats, any of the stats that are public record. You want to know how much somebody makes. You want to know, what the history is of X, Y, or Z. You want to know what's in the congressional budget. You can now find that just by going to data and research and under the take action button, click on those. And I'm telling you, that's a wormhole. You get into that and you'll start saying, wait a minute, what about this? And you won't believe what you can find. Now, off to the side of that, you'll see headlines got you mad, change the narrative. You click on that one, and that will take you to the FreedomWorks site. The FreedomWorks site has all kinds of things. And this is what is actually coming off all of our stories. For instance, I think we have about 6 stories up there now. The first one is Take Action, Protect the First Amendment. That comes off of a story on TheBlaze where the president is now saying that maybe we should, maybe we should do something about this YouTube guy. They picked him up this weekend. They're questioning him. I'm not sure if they're going to throw him in jail or not. Are you kidding me? Mitt Romney was shooting from the hip, and he went right for the Constitution. We support people's right to free speech in America. That's what sets us apart. That's not where we're going. You click on that, and it'll show you everybody. It'll show you a petition. It will also show you that you can sign. It will also show you put your zip code in, letters to the editor, all of the papers around you, all of the websites around you, anybody who takes editorial comments, you can write a letter. There's some focus points off to the side, but we didn't write a letter for you. I hate when you go and they say, and send this letter, and it's just a form letter. I hate that. No, if you believe it, you should be able to write it. So we're leaving the space blank for you to be able to write it. There's the Stop the Soros European Bailouts. There's no more downgrades. There's Defend the Wisconsin Reforms. And they show you, at the end of the story, it will show you how you can help. You'll find those when you read the stories on TheBlaze more and more. My goal is eventually to have every story have something. So you'll be able to see who's doing something about this. And you'll be able to go and say, okay, I agree with them or I don't agree with them. And if I do, I want to take action. We're also working on things that when you click on it and you say, I want to take action on this, whatever the action point is, we're also going to try to make it so you know what your action has done. For instance, if you just want to Facebook it, we're going to try to track your Facebook and how many people read that story because of what you did. If you tweet it, how many people retweeted it or how many people read that story and opened it up because you took action? How have you, this is all about empowering you and showing you that you do have the power. We're also looking into the technology now and trying to develop something that is secure enough and something that we're all comfortable enough with to say, Bob, you took action on this. You believe in these things. There are all of these people around you within 2 miles that believe exactly the way you do. Want to meet them? And then everybody is involved in sharing their own information. If you say, I don't want to meet anybody around me, you can opt out of that. But if you want to meet people that think like you, you'll be able to do it. That's the beginning of the new Action Center. When I said TheBlaze is a verb, we started it this last weekend. It's not enough just to be informed on what's going on. We have to also help you take action in the things that you believe. I will tell you that it is highly frustrating to be able to know the things that we know, to have the tapes that we have, to show the things that we do, write the monologues, do the shows, put it all out, and then not know if we make an impact. And I imagine you feel exactly the same way. because everybody in the media tells us that we don't make an impact. Everybody in the media is telling you you don't make an impact. Believe me, you do. You just would like some verifiable proof. Well, I think you're about to get some in November.